A word in season to the weary. Daily meditations from the ministry of Brother BAKHT Singh, January 19. Abhor that which is evil, cleave to that which is good. Romans 12 chapter 9th verse. When Jehoshaphat returned to Judah in peace, 2nd Chronicle 19 chapter 1 to 8 verses, he tried to cover the loss which had come upon him through his friendship with Ahab. The Lord was gracious to him and again began to help him and to deliver him from his enemies. 2nd Chronicles 20th chapter, 1st verse, 3rd verse, 22nd verse, 25th verse. The Ammonites, Moabites, and Edomites came against him as a united force. Jehoshaphat was afraid, so he proclaimed a fast and set himself to seek the Lord. God heard his prayer and brought confusion in the army of the enemy, so that they utterly destroyed one another, and the whole army lay dead on the battlefield. Jehoshaphat and his people had only to go and gather spoil, which was so much that it took them 3 days to remove the same. Later on, again Jehoshaphat began to rely upon his own wisdom. He entered into an alliance, this time with Ahab's son Ahaziah. It is not sad that Jehoshaphat should make such a mistake after all the bitter experience of the past. There are many like him even today. They fall into the same sin again and again, and each time they say they will never do it again. To them, life is one great cycle of falling and rising and confessing and falling again. Jehoshaphat entered into a league with Ahab's son. Although at the beginning of his reign, King Jehoshaphat had removed all high places, now he had become so weak spiritually that he allowed them to remain. This brought more darkness into his life, and he entertained his friendship with Ahab's son Ahaziah, who compelled him to become a partner with him in sending ships to gather gold from far off places. Thus, we see King Jehoshaphat, who began his reign well in the fear of the Lord, making a complete failure of his life towards the end, and even undoing the good work which he had begun. The cause of all this was the love of money which had crept into his life, and affinity with ungodly people like Ahab, which slowly weakened him and brought about this downfall. Let us be warned.